Under 42 USC 18115 shows that I don't have to consent, comply, or contract or buy a contract, that Obamacare is a fraud, Medicare is a fraud, the Affordable Care Act is a fraud, and that I don't have to get a shot. All the surety was already paid for and bought, my Fidelity insurance. So all insurance companies that my family ever bought into, my mother, my father, me, or any of my sons or daughters, was all fraud, because under 26 USC 5000A and 26 USC 2132, it shows the three separate valuations of the all caps estate at the time of death, 6 months after, at the time of transfer, and the death, life, and funeral insurance that's took out on all of us when we were born. This is an indemnity Fidelity insurance, okay? And I had bought Fidelity many years ago, and also bought gold and silver to tap into my treasury, because the Treasury Direct account, the Age of Majority Act on the 31 CFR 363-6-10-27 was to be transferred with a 5511 form and an SS4 foreign grantor's trust to be transferred to me, my master account, because I am my own master. Because under Bank Rules 2B, the bank cannot hold my property past 7 years unless given another 5, which equals 12. That's why Christ said I was about my Father's business at 12 years of age in the temple. So really, by the time we're 12, we're not supposed to be suffering any more indentured servitude or slavery. Under 42 United States Code, that title, 274E, says that it is a prohibition of organ what they have done to we the people, taking our blood or our placentas, or trying to get us to be an organ donor on a driver's license. That's their ID theft fraud. That's under colorable law with their 18 USC 241, 242, taking my real property, and with colorable law, and 341, 342, 911, the all caps fictitious name, like on tombstone in a cemetery. I'm not dead, I'm alive and well. And they blasphemed the Holy Spirit because my middle name, Christed name, anointed name, Gwen, the Holy Spirit name, as they say, the middle name, they capitalized into a fiction. And see, this is why they're not in pseudonym, they're in pseudonym monikers without their middle name. They know this. And my given name, Sandra, and my family name was a superior name, not a surname that was to be usurped or be a serf, slave, trader name. Okay? So they have went against my blood, my organs, my patents, my trademark, my copyright, my the placenta. They sell that on the black market for $50,000 to these vampires when we're born, which that has healing properties and quality. That's your twin flame, your ancestry, your ancestral blood. Hitler had them start cutting the cord right away when a baby's born, which causes immediate brain damage. It was not supposed to be cut until after you were 3 days born, the blood to flow back in your brain when you're on the land. And these born in these fondling centers, these military complex hospitals, hospice, military wards, we've been labeled as enemies of the state. They only authenticate the government officials' names and seals, and not our family name or our name or the event of us being born. We're given a short form birth certificate. It is an illegitimate bastard and not the firstborn, first in time, first in line with a long form, correct born certificate with all its gold and silver medallions. Okay? So they took also and have been committing mail counterfeiting fraud and wire transfers. See, this is why I'm doing this electronic video on the elect, to get off their grid, okay? Because I've already done a lot of paperwork, and I'm doing my visual, because a picture says 1,000 words, okay? So I'm redacting all of the fraud that they've committed, and my 401k, because I was labeled as an employee, that belongs to me. And all of my gold and silver, like the silver shekel that really Christ was betrayed for and that was thrown in the potter's field, okay, that is a cemetery. That's an all caps estate tombstone. I'm the chief cornerstone, okay? And my Revelations 2:17 right to have my innocent name, and Revelations 3:11, let no wicked man take my crown, and my government rests on my shoulders, Isaiah 9:6, and no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper, Isaiah 54:17. And no one can be compelled to witness against himself with that all caps name in their foreign language and in a foreign court. They have broke all these laws, okay? Simply as I can put it. That is why 73rd Congress wrote the remedy that all debts were paid in the public and the private, because of this falsehood, because of this Bankruptcy Act. I have tax exempt rights. Why do you think in Washington people are traveling around with plates on their cars that say no taxation without representation? That's my 333 exemption tag rights, my Z tag rights, because only the political division is supposed to register anything, like the police and all that. So in the LexisNexis manual, all that they have showing all that was owned in my family's names, my bloodline heirs, that was established through our correct superior family name, not a usurper surname, because I'm not your chattel, okay? I am a living woman, and I'm not female chattel. Their forms are inappropriate on purpose, okay? So my name was a nationality, was a nation and a country, and my native nationalities is part of my heritage. So all that's in the National Archives and the Smithsonian and Congressional Record and all the bank records that they have on me and my relatives, for all is relative, belongs to me, okay? They had no, and see, when you get a marriage license, that's to register you and your children, which are your property, to the state. No, I redact that also, okay? Because me, my flesh and blood creations that I brought into the world, and their offspring also, doesn't belong to the state, to the feds, or to the CEO corporate government, which is a business franchise, okay? So the truth is what makes you free, and love can never be quantified or measured. So not one jot, not one tittle, not one stroke of a pen, not one iota of my profits are to ever be removed. You can't remove them. I rescind my signature from your unconscionable contracts and adopt my sons and daughter back to me, coming in as the father, and removing your bad husbandry from my life, your Pope, the poop is not my papa. He is redacted. I know what you have done. I know about ecclesiastical law. I know about the Susquehanna Trust and the Social Security Trust and the Postal Treasury Trust, my 12 stat at large, and my long form certificate, born certificate rights, because I was born, not birthed, and my fifth estate rights, and my tax exempt rights, because your emperor has no clothes, okay? You're all frauds, and you're all redacted, and you're all bank robbers and solicitors, and you all have committed a capital offense, high treason, and broke trust law, and debased the coinage. No state can make anything but gold or silver in the payment of debt or taxes. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you. You all owe me. Okay? Because I am a righteous, correct woman, and I claim all this in a one word, one correct, proper language performance. Okay, your dog Latin cursed language and your tombstone cemetery all caps name that you did an insurrection on my character assassination, a sin against me and my father's genitalius name. See, the Gentiles and the Jews were adopted in the Gentile name, and the Jewish, your wish is my command, Christed, anointed name, and given name. Sandra means helper of mankind. Gwen means queen. I'm the empress. I'm not liable. My great I am that lives in me, not liable. Box 1-8. I revoked all your POAs with my Declaration of Representative and my Fiduciary 56, and I command, demand, declare, decree, and order that you correct all your mistakes, because I'm not your missus, and I'm not missed and going to be missed out on and left behind with your insurrections and fraudulent ID with get a license and registrar with your registry, which is the gist of the matters. The false 18 USC 241, 242, 245, 247, 341 is the all caps fictitious name, and 911, 341, 342 that you did against me and my flesh and blood creations, sons and daughters, grandson and granddaughter. That's why I copyrighted our name and did the legal ad prospectus, which was a historical record, to stop you from doing these insurrections against me and my family. You are imposters. You have committed perjury and forgery, and under the penalty of perjury, which carries 7 years, and mail counterfeiting, which carries 10 years in prison. Okay? So my estate, my equitable title as the perfect absolute title holder, 1099 OID original issuer holder in due course, with my 1099 ABC generational skipping tax for every year I made less than $400,000. The government owes me $5,380,000. That's in your publication 950 and 1212. You can look in the IRS manual. And your bailment administrative representatives, bar card members, have not fulfilled any fiduciary ministerial duty and are to be removed from office and punished. In Canon Law 7, none of your judges can move from their bench, their bank, their trust. And Federal Rule 12B, you have no subject matter jurisdiction. You had no right to take my right to a 25-peerage jury well versed in trust law in an international court with my non-Hague Convention international rights, non-citizen national sovereign rights, my born-given rights, my non-civilist rights, all of my rights reserved. Okay? And my copyrights of my trademark, my nom de plume, my patents, my everything, e.g., i.e., all. Okay? So let's just make this clear so that this is clarified and you clearly understand what I decree and demand and declare and order and my wish is you're to be obeyed. What I have requested and what I've been asking as king, because no one is master over me. That master TDA transfer should belong to me, and I'm not going to be jeopardized anymore or allow you to jeopardize and harm me and mine and what belongs to me anymore.